Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about one website I've been using for several years that has helped me in my trading. The website helps you to plan your trading according to future important economic news and events from around the world, since such important events and news actually directly affect the underlying value of currencies. Name of the website is forexfactory.com. I already have the link saved. Precise link is actually calendar I'm using. So forexfactory.com/calendar.php. This is how it looks like. You can see major events all over the world. Those are past ones. In here you can see future ones, upcoming planned events until Friday. You can use on the top left corner, you can use this choose a date, use this navigation pane in here if you want to check events next year or next month or next week. As you can see, it's a pretty easy to use website. And let's start from the basics. At first I will talk about these little icons in here. See, there are three different colors. A red icon means that it's very important event, high impact expected. So those little factory signs actually show how important the event is. If it's red, it's extremely important, and it will most certainly affect a currency. Which currency will it affect? First of all, it's written in here. For example, Canadian dollar, because core retail sales it's called monthly, M/M, Y/Y is yearly, and Q/Q is quarterly. So red events are the most important ones. You have to keep track on them. Okay. Then let's check the currency that it affects: GBP, Swiss franc, USD. For example, in the last day of on Friday, there is an estimated GDP quarter over quarter in UK, so that will definitely affect the pound. The data is scheduled to release at 9:30 in the morning. I have GMT plus 0 time set in here, so it corresponds with the time on the graph that I have with my Talonix demo account, since they're using by default GMT plus 0 time. Alright. Now let's maybe look at a specific event and see if it has actually affected the currency and how it has affected the currency. Okay, let's see. This is quite an important event, even though it's not red, but it's not yellow either. So, existing home sales. It's quite an important data for us. So it definitely affects USD and other currencies. Let's check if it has actually affected US dollar. I have no idea if it had. I haven't checked USD for today. So let's do it. It came out at 3 p.m. 3 p.m. GMT time. Let's open Euro USD pair. Have to find it in the Market Watch window at first. Where do we have Euro USD? There it is. Drag and drop it into the chart area. Let's select 5-minute graph. 3 p.m. Now let's find 3 p.m. on 1-minute graph. Let's find it on 1-minute graph so we can see the details. Okay, this is exactly 3 p.m. GMT time, Euro USD. This is about the time. It may have come out a bit later, a few minutes. So somewhere here the data come out. And what do we see here? Euro dropped short term, then rose back again. So we're almost sure that this drop has been has been even caused by the existing home sales data, because you see it's better than estimated. The second column in here shows the estimation, the consensus of analysts of the future prediction. As you see, third row in here, third column is empty because it will happen in future. So we'll have Australian construction work done coming out in about 8 minutes GMT time. So it's in green, it's better than expected, and it's more than previous data. So it's very good news for US dollar. That means US dollar will be stronger. Therefore, euro went down against US dollar because euro went weaker, obviously, against the USD, and that is what we have here. Short term, you may play on those news. Okay, let's check now the graphs, because Forex Factory actually has this graph icon in the end that's quite useful. You can see previous events since year 2000 basically, so it's a lot of information in here. The green lines here, they indicate analyst estimates, and the blue bars indicate the actual data. As you can see, there's the dot-com bubble in here, and here has been a little crisis as well. So you can see historical data as well. Let's check historical data for existing home sales for US. You can clearly see when they started dropping in 2006, 2005, 2006. And here they've been already at around 4.6 from up to 7.4. So you can deselect forecast, the green lines, actual data, how it corresponds. What you have to understand is that estimates, analyst estimates, can be even more important than the actual data itself. If it's, for example, minus in negative or in positive territory, because if it's still worse than the estimates, the price is going down. It will go down. If it's better but still negative, it may skyrocket, because it's still bad, but it's not as bad as it's been predicted. See, like in here, consumer confidence in euro. I guess that's the euro area. Then you see those files next to each event. If you see a star inside this little folder, that means that the event has been rescheduled. So it happened earlier or later. Source release data 1 minute earlier than scheduled. Well, that's 1 minute there, 1 minute here. Initial speech was shifted 24 hours later due to source rescheduling, as you can see in the details of MPC member Forbes speaks. Okay, I think I have covered most of it. So you can use this website, forexfactory.com, to plan your future trading, see any high impact news that will affect your trading, the prices. For example, tomorrow, Wednesday, November 23rd, already today, daytime, there will be a lot of movement in USD, because unemployment claims are coming out, extremely important news. There will be a lot of volatility on the market at 1:30 GMT. Core durable goods orders month over month, autumn forecast statement for GBP, for UK, very important events. Crude oil inventories. A lot of volatility is expected for tomorrow. And of course, when such important news come out, spreads get wider if they are not fixed. Tallinex brokerage spreads are not fixed. they always change from time to time depending on market conditions. So at the end of the day, right now, as you can see, it's twice as wide as usual. Actually, I can see it visually. But when important events come, like unemployment claims for the last year, the difference between this ask and bid price will be 5 times larger for several seconds. It might be 5 times larger, it might be not. This is the overview, so I suggest using this website. It's been helpful for me in the last several years for trading, so you can plan your actions.